Have you ever stopped to think that your bathroom might actually be the most dangerous place in your home? Every time you step into a hot shower, letting the warm water cascade over your body, you may unknowingly be breathing in an invisible mist carrying dozens of toxic chemicals. That familiar chlorine smell, or the steam that fogs up your mirror, doesn't just vanish harmlessly. It can leave invisible traces inside your lungs, bloodstream, and even your brain. And here's the chilling part. Scientists have identified 7 hidden killers in bathrooms worldwide. Most people dismiss them as harmless inconveniences, but in reality, they're quietly undermining health day after day. Before this video ends, I'll reveal which one has already triggered nearly $9 billion in lawsuits, because it's been linked to cancer in millions of unsuspecting people. Stay with me, because once you see your bathroom through this lens, you'll never look at it the same way again. Like and subscribe now, so you never miss urgent health alerts like this one. And before we continue, I'd love to know, when you step into your bathroom, do you feel it's your private sanctuary to relax and recharge? Or do you sometimes sense it might not be as safe as it looks? Let me know in the comments and tell me where you're watching from. To truly understand what's at stake, let me tell you about Mark, a 57-year-old man from Ohio, USA. For months, Mark struggled with exhaustion. He found himself forgetting simple things, like where he left his keys or the name of a colleague he had just spoken to. Soon, he began experiencing panic attacks out of nowhere. Doctors initially thought it was stress or early signs of depression. But the real culprit wasn't his job, his diet, or his lifestyle. It was hiding right above his head in the bathroom. Mark's ceiling and grout were dotted with tiny black mold spots. What looked like harmless stains were in fact releasing toxic spores into the air every time he showered. His doctor later explained that continuous mold exposure can inflame the brain, particularly the hippocampus, the part responsible for memory and learning. This type of inflammation mimics the effects of mild brain trauma, explaining Mark's memory lapses and mood swings. The day he decided to tackle the mold problem, Mark's health began to turn around. And this brings us to hidden danger number 7, mold. Hidden danger number 7, mold, the silent brain invader. Stop for a moment. Look at your own bathroom ceiling, the corners of the shower, or behind the curtain. Do you notice dark spots or tiny black dots? They may seem insignificant, but those specks are miniature poison factories, working 24/7. Just one damp night is enough for a single colony to multiply and release thousands of spores into the air. And once inhaled, these spores don't just irritate your nose. They can trigger serious long-term damage. Research published in the Journal of Environmental and Public Health has linked chronic mold exposure to symptoms that look alarmingly similar to early dementia, confusion, poor concentration, depression, and anxiety. Scientists have even found that people exposed to mold often show reduced neurogenesis, meaning fewer new brain cells are created. In simple terms, mold doesn't just make you sneeze. It may actually age your brain faster. If you've spotted mold in your bathroom, it's time to act. 1. Upgrade your ventilation. A weak fan that only makes noise won't cut it. Install a high-powered exhaust fan, run it during showers, and keep it on for at least 30 minutes afterward. This reduces humidity, which mold loves. 2. Keep air moving. Whenever possible, leave the bathroom door open to prevent stagnant air. Mold thrives in still, damp environments. 3. Clean smart, not harsh. Many people reach for bleach, but in small bathrooms, chlorine fumes can actually damage your lungs. Instead, use white vinegar or a vinegar, baking soda mixed to wipe grout and corners weekly. 4. Never scrub mold dry. Scraping or brushing dry mold scatters spores everywhere. Always spray water first to dampen it, then clean. And don't forget to wear a protective mask. By taking these steps, you're not just removing ugly stains. You're protecting your brain, your lungs, and your family's long-term health. Now that you've seen how something as small as mold can damage memory and mood, brace yourself. Because the next hidden danger might be hanging just inches away from you. The innocent-looking shower curtain. Danger number 6, plastic shower curtains. A toxic gas chamber in disguise. Do you have one of those transparent or colorful plastic shower curtains hanging in your bathroom? They may look practical and cheap, but the truth is, they turn toxic the moment hot water touches them. When heated by steam, these PVC or vinyl curtains can release a cocktail of up to 108 chemical substances into the air. That new plastic smell, you may notice when you first install one? It's actually volatile organic compounds, VOCs, escaping into your environment. Among these toxins are phthalates, powerful endocrine disruptors that interfere with reproductive hormones, leading to fertility issues and developmental problems. Dioxins, some of the most dangerous known carcinogens, linked to liver damage, cancer, and immune suppression. Organotins, chemicals that weaken the immune system and disrupt metabolism. And here's the worst part. The hotter your shower and the smaller your bathroom, the denser and more concentrated these toxins become. That means with every deep breath of relaxing steam, you may be sending poisons straight into your lungs, bloodstream, liver, and kidneys. Toss out any PVC or vinyl shower curtain immediately. Replace it with natural fabric curtains treated with anti-mold solutions. Tempered glass enclosures if your budget allows. If you can't replace it yet, wash the curtain weekly with white vinegar and dry it under sunlight, which naturally kills bacteria and mold. Always look for products labeled phthalate-free and low VOC emissions. Danger number 5, shampoos with parabens, hormone hackers in a bottle. Now, let's move to something you probably use every day, your shampoo. Pick up your bottle and check the ingredients. If you see methylparaben, propylparaben, or butylparaben, beware. Parabens are synthetic preservatives that keep products fresh on the shelf, but inside your body, they act as endocrine disruptors. They mimic estrogen, confuse your hormonal system, and slowly throw your metabolism out of balance. Studies from the CDC and Harvard University revealed that nearly every adult in the US has detectable parabens in their blood and urine. For women over 40, this hormonal hijack can increase risks of thyroid imbalances, unexplained weight gain, breast cancer. For men, the picture is equally alarming. Reduced testosterone, chronic fatigue, muscle loss, low libido, and sexual dysfunction. Even worse, in teenagers, parabens have been linked to early puberty, and in pregnant women, they cross the placenta, reaching the baby before birth. Switch to products labeled paraben-free. Today, you can find shampoos, conditioners, soaps, and moisturizers made with safe, plant-based preservatives. Many people notice improvements in energy, skin clarity, and hormonal balance within just a few weeks of making the change. Danger number 4, beard products and aftershaves, toxins on the fast track. And men, listen closely. Many unknowingly reinforce daily toxin exposure through beard oils, balms, aftershaves, and scented beard shampoos. Why is this especially dangerous? Because the facial skin is one of the most absorbent areas of the body. Chemicals applied here enter the bloodstream far faster than through other skin surfaces. That masculine scent in your beard oil? It's often a mix of synthetic fragrances, parabens, and sulfates, all working together to disrupt testosterone and accelerate aging. Research published in Reproductive Toxicology showed that men who avoided chemical-laden grooming products had up to 50% lower toxin levels compared to frequent users. Those who continued use showed higher risks of prostate disorders, hormonal imbalances, chronic fatigue, irritability, sexual dysfunction. Ditch synthetic beard products. Instead, switch to pure vegetable oils like jojoba, coconut, or argan for moisturizing. Use simple natural soaps without artificial fragrances. This one swap can protect your hormones, restore energy, and even improve skin health. Now that you've seen how your shower curtain, shampoo, and beard products can sabotage your health, brace yourself. Because the next hidden danger is something even more deceptive. It's in the very air fresheners and cleaners you use to make your bathroom smell clean. And these could be directly harming your lungs and even your heart. Danger number 3. Hairsprays, a hidden threat in every breath. Think about the last time you styled your hair. You pressed the nozzle, heard that quick hiss, and suddenly the air around you felt heavy. That's not just harmless mist. It's a cloud of millions of microscopic particles. When sprayed inside an enclosed bathroom, these particles don't just vanish. They linger in the air, traveling deep into your lung alveoli, the tiny sacs responsible for oxygen exchange. Imagine coating your lungs with a chemical film every morning. It's almost like smoking a chemical cigarette with every styling session. Studies in environmental health perspectives have shown that frequent exposure to aerosolized sprays is linked to chronic bronchitis and persistent coughs, shortness of breath and late-onset asthma, constant throat irritation, progressive obstructive lung diseases. But it doesn't stop there. Fine aerosol particles don't just harm your lungs. They enter the bloodstream, increasing oxidative stress and inflammation, which scientists have linked to higher risks of cardiovascular disease. In other words, that freshly styled look might be silently straining your heart. Stop using sprays in enclosed bathrooms. Switch to safer options like creams, gels, or pomades that style without polluting your air. If sprays are unavoidable, apply them outdoors or near an open window with a fan. Your lungs and your heart will thank you. Danger number 2, sunscreen sprays. Convenience at a cost. Spray-on sunscreens seem practical. Just a quick mist and you're protected, right? The reality is much darker. In an enclosed bathroom, each spray fills the air with nano-sized particles that remain suspended for hours. You end up inhaling them long before they land on your skin. Among the most concerning is oxybenzone, a chemical detected in the blood and urine of people worldwide. Research in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism shows that oxybenzone is a potent endocrine disruptor, throwing off thyroid function and hormone balance. And there's more. Many spray sunscreens contain titanium dioxide nanoparticles. While safe on intact skin, inhaling them is another story. Inhaled titanium dioxide is classified by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, as a possible carcinogen. Even scarier, recent dermatology reports have linked daily facial sunscreen sprays to frontal fibrosing alopecia, a type of permanent hairline baldness affecting mostly women. Avoid spray sunscreens entirely. Instead, choose mineral-based creams or lotions, preferably zinc oxide. These sit on the skin as a protective barrier without penetrating into the bloodstream or lungs. Always apply them by hand, never by spray. Danger number 1. Makeup with talc, the silent killer in your vanity. Now we arrive at the most dangerous and the most widespread culprit, talc in makeup. Foundations, blushes, and eyeshadows often list talc as a main ingredient because it gives that silky, matte finish. But here's the truth. Talc deposits are often contaminated with asbestos fibers, a deadly carcinogen with no safe level of exposure. Every time you dust powder on your face, you could be inhaling asbestos-contaminated talc. Over time, those particles can lodge deep in your lungs and tissues, setting the stage for mesothelioma, a rare but aggressive cancer of the lung lining, ovarian cancer in women through long-term perineal use, lung cancer from chronic inhalation. The problem is so severe that one of the world's largest cosmetic companies was forced to pay nearly $9 billion in lawsuits after courts linked talc-containing products to cancer in millions of women worldwide. And talc isn't the only threat. Investigations by the FDA and consumer watchdogs have uncovered lead, mercury, and formaldehyde in certain makeup products. Heavy metals and toxins that damage the nervous system, accelerate aging, and cause chronic inflammation. Check your makeup bag today. Eliminate any products containing talc, regardless of the brand or price. Replace them with talc-free, mineral-based alternatives. Whenever possible, choose cream formulations instead of powders to reduce inhalation risks. Your beauty routine should never come at the cost of your long-term health. So there you have it, the 7 hidden killers in your bathroom. From mold that silently inflames your brain to talc-based powders tied to cancer. These everyday items are far from harmless. The good news: protecting yourself doesn't require an expensive renovation. Just a few smart swaps, better ventilation, natural fabrics, safer personal care products, and avoiding sprays can transform your bathroom from a toxic trap into a safe haven. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these dangers shocked you the most? And which one will you eliminate first from your bathroom? Drop your answer in the comments. It could inspire someone else to make the same life-saving change. If this video opened your eyes, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Healthy Life for more science-backed alerts that protect your family's health. Because remember, real prevention starts with awareness, and your safest medicine may be the choices you make every single day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.